Well, hello there. Thank you very much for making time to join us this evening.
Sure is great to see you. Thanks for being here tonight. Kath, in just a second, we are off to a world-class destination in Calabogie, and all I can say is hold on, because you're in for the ride of your life.
Oh boy, I can't wait. In part two, we're going to meet a talented artist. Rosemary Leach is the talk of the town in Almont. She uses everyday objects as inspiration, takes them from ordinary to extraordinary.
Sounds great, but first, around and round we go in Calabogie. A quaint stillness embraces this corner of eastern Ontario, nestled in the rolling hills of the Madawaska Highlands. Calabogie is a picturesque community where, for the most part, people and things move at a gentle pace. For the most part. Unless, of course, you feel the need for speed.
It's just loads of fun.
It's nothing short of pure exhilaration.
That's when this small-town gem reveals its world-class luster.
Of all the tracks I've been to, this is turning out to be the best.
Bringing adrenaline junkies together at every turn to mine a little excitement.
It's capital F, capital U, capital N, fun.
Welcome to Calabogie Motorsports Park, a track where racing dreams come true and every driver feels like a winner.
This is one of the only businesses that I know where people are 100% in their happy zone when they come here.
The partners are from all walks of life. Many retired CEOs who built successful businesses in the high-tech world before coming here to build another.
One of my partners, Mark Steenbackers, approached me at the end of 2002 and told me he'd found a site, wanted to start a racetrack. Was I interested in investing? I'm like, investing? Yeah, I'll invest and I'll work on it. And you know, I just fell in love with the project right from the get-go. We decided we wanted to build a world-class club track, which is a track that's accessible to anybody with a sports car that wants to come out and drive. But also building a track that's safe enough for them to come out, and then building the infrastructure to bring somebody out who's a complete novice, get them started in the sport, and then walk them all the way up to racing if that's what they want to do. There's a bunch of different ways to get on the track. For experienced people already associated with a club, something like the Porsche Club of America or the BMW Car Club, those clubs will rent the track and run an event for their members where their members come out and under their control, they're out on track, instructed, lapping, racing, whatever they want to do. For complete novices, we run a school called CMP Lapping, where we've set up an instructor corps. We've actually built these Mustangs that you can see behind me for people that don't have a car that want to come out and rent a car. And you come out on your first day and we put you with an instructor. It's not about going fast. It is in the end, but it's much more about keeping people safe and making sure they have some fun, decide if they like the sport, then we start to speed them up. And eventually we're set up in that one to take them all the way through to a race license if that's what they want. And we also run race events. And then the other half of our business is motorcycles. And when we built this, the designer of the track, Alan Wilson, is a motorcycle guy. So he designed it to be a motorcycle track. The surface is really smooth, so the riders love that. The track is very challenging and they love that. And really they don't have anywhere else in Canada that's like this. So we draw from all over Canada, all over the Northeast US, and both the cars and the motorcycles.
It's a place where new drivers can learn and seasoned vets improve. Bill Olders was 58 when he first got behind the wheel. Clive Catt, just 17. They're a team at the track. Bill shares his car, Clive, his experience.
Well, this is a Radical, and it's a purpose-built race car. It has 2 seats in it, and the reason for the 2 seats is I needed to learn how to drive one. So therefore, I drive with my friend Clive, and he's raced almost every track in England, and so he's a very accomplished driver, and so he's basically been my coach to show me how to drive a car like this. These are very, very quick cars. This thing corners at about 2.5 Gs, and it's about half the price of a Porsche.
I just try for the fastest lap every time. Just the way I'm built, I guess. So I push, and luckily enough, this is probably one of the fastest cars around this track. Lots of downforce, lots of horsepower, and the fact is that the owner's so generous, he lets me drive it.
And each agrees Calabogie is special, a park that's fun.
This is basically about the most fun you can have with your clothes on.
With a track rivaling any.
This site here, probably the best in North America in my mind. It's very smooth, fantastic asphalt, which means a lot when you're racing, lots of grip. But the people are great too.
Michel Labbé is a partner and a racer here.
People can come with their own cars. We have instructors at their disposal that go out with them so they can learn about advanced driving skills, things that you can use on the street immediately after leaving the track and driving home.
He, like many, opted to have a car built for the track.
This is a 2005 Corvette Coupe. It was built by Powell Racing in Port Perry in southern Ontario, and it is a dedicated track car. So if you look at the front end, everything has been modified. The suspension, the brakes, racing engine, racing transmission, racing differential, huge wing on the back. So this car has the ability, if you compare it to a regular Corvette, to have a lot of downforce, and so you can take corners at much higher speeds.
If you don't own a car or belong to a club, you can still experience the thrill of driving at Calabogie. Get your high-powered fix in the seat of a customized Mustang.
We came up with something called a quick fix. For $299, come out, drive the car for half an hour with me or somebody like me leading them around the track. So they're driving, because it's really just a half hour on track. They're driving the whole time. And then at the end of that session, they get in the passenger seat, I get in the driver's seat, and I take them around and do some hot laps with them to show them what the track really at speed looks like. It has turned out to be one of the most popular things we do here. And amazingly enough, it's given as a gift more often than anything else. We've had people show up here as a surprise birthday gift. They didn't know what they were coming to do. Their spouse or their friends brought them out. They drove in, they go, I'm at a racetrack. What am I doing at a racetrack? Oh, well, here's your helmet. And I'm Bruce, and we're about to get in the car. and they get out with the biggest grin you can imagine on their face.
If you're not into four-wheeled fun, how about two? Calabogie runs a motorcycle school called Turn 2.
A really experienced group of instructors, and again, they take a very structured approach to bringing people up to speed on a motorcycle.
And there are track days, presented by a high-performance bike shop called Pro 6.
Track days originally was a little bit of track time for what was amateur and pro racers trying to move up in the ranks, but it has since developed into a whole other animal, which is guys like you and me, and dentists and lawyers and doctors and professionals in their fields who just want to ride their sport bikes the way they were designed to be ridden on the track.
Doug Reed of Carleton Place has been riding since he was 19.
Do you see a change in your driving from coming here?
Oh, absolutely. I've slowed down considerably on the road and sped up considerably on the track. So it's improved my skill level completely, and I guess only made the sport more fun. You can't come off the track without having a big grin on your face. The exhilaration, the 250 kilometers an hour up the front straight, and you're out there with friends, they're trying to pass you, you're trying to pass them. There isn't more fun anywhere.
Emmanuel Onassis is a pilot who owns an aviation company. For years, he raced Ferraris, instructed at Porsche events, but he'd never driven a motorbike. He can't believe what he was missing.
It's nothing short of pure exhilaration. You know, you're so intimate with the track. Everything is open around you. You can feel the wind. You can hear the bike. It's exciting. So yeah, I mean, I come here and spend a couple weekends a year and thrash out my motorcycles and cars and just have a wonderful time.
And everybody should try it once. Most times, I will warn people, you try it, you will be hooked, so get ready.
All right. Yeah. Sounds fun. Let's do it.
All right.
Safety always comes first at the track. Wearing protective body gear and a full face helmet mounted with a camera, I hop on Sandy's bike for the ride of a lifetime.
Good to go?
You guys are wrong. I don't think I've had that much fun with my clothes off. Know what you're talking about. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.